QuickTrade. Today we're going to be looking at technical analysis once more. Guys, please indicate if you can hear me, Gert or Raymond. I haven't seen Raymond in a very long time. Hello, Raymond. I hope you have been making money, huh? Okay. No one has come back to me. Okay, Gert, you're still busy typing. Okay, it's fine. I'll wait for you. Gert, yes, you're saying that you can hear me. Raymond, are you there? We don't have too many people today in attendance. We only have the two of you right now, guys. So, yeah, you need to get all the attention that you need. I don't know what's happening with Raymond. Maybe Raymond has just stepped out for a bit. Maybe that's the reason why he cannot maybe hear me. Gert, please tell me, you've been attending these sessions, so your understanding should have picked up a bit. Is there anything that you'd like to share with us here, or anything that you'd like to share with me? Anything? Okay, Gert can hear you. Okay. Is there anything, Gert? What's wrong here? Not very successful so far. I'm sorry, Gert, but I mean, I like your honesty. You are not very successful so far. But I mean, what is the issue? Which trades are giving you issues? And okay, do you know those trades? So maybe you can have a look at them and understand why you did not make any money out of them. Hello, Raymond. How are you? Why are you not doing well, Raymond? What's the story? I mean, that's what we are talking about today. Gert, he's telling me that he's not very successful so far, and I asked him where is he going wrong, where does he see issues in this market, and he's telling me that the Foschini group, but not in yet, and Bidvest. But I mean, I want the actual trades where you've lost money or where you've made money. Where are you getting it wrong? That's what I need to understand. Which trades are not going well for you? Just give me those trades. We'll check them out, and I will tell you what is going on. Gert, you are saying TFG, but not in yet, and BVT. I don't understand what you mean by that. Are these the trades that you've done already that have lost you money, or these are the trades that you are looking to get into? What's going on here? Please clarify that one for me. We are looking at them. Okay, it's fine. But I mean, I'm looking for those that have lost you money. You telling me that you are not doing well. You're not very successful so far. What is the issue? Why are you not successful? When did you buy Bulletin and BID, Raymond? I need to know when you bought those. And what was your entry? Oh, you bought them last week. What was your entry on Bulletin and what was it on BID? Okay, Gert, it's fine. We'll have a look at your Euro GBP. Okay, while you're getting me that information, Raymond, on your Bulletin and BID, we can have a look at the Euro GBP that Gert is currently in, or that is currently trading. Okay, it's fine. Please look it up. Oh, maybe I can just Raymond AHC. Okay, let me try that. Which side? Which side are you on? Here, Gert. Which side? Which side? Please give me the side. Are you a buyer? Are you a seller? Which side? Mm. Okay, you are long. Okay, you are long. Okay. If I may ask, why are you long this one, Gert? What are your reasons? For the trade idea on the 23rd. Okay. And you did not reach your and you haven't reached your take profit yet, Gert, I think. Oh, okay. It's fine. I think that it's a good trade. I think at some point you are definitely going to make some cash out of that trade, because I mean I think you've been going in and out of profit over the past couple of days, I think. Okay. Well, let's first have a look at your monthly chart. It's been trading sideways, but there is some interesting uh, observation that I've actually I mean like picked up here around 0.87 600 or 634. There is good support there. Please hold for me, guys. Please hold for me. Okay, Gert, thank you guys for waiting for me. I see that you went in at 87.40. We have some real support around 0.87 or 0.86, 888 there. I think it's looking okay. But I mean, if you look at the monthly, we are still under a bit of pressure here. But it's possible that maybe at the end of April we may see this maybe trading above the moving average again. But at the moment, it's still under a bit of pressure. Let's check the daily now. Let's go back to the daily. The daily, if you look at the daily, look at what's happening there at this point here. We are right at support. We are right at support on the 5th. Yesterday, we hit that support line, the horizontal line, and we went back up. So I think that there is a lot of value on this one between 0.872, 0.872 and 0.8700. Uh, I think there's a lot of support there. You can go in and take a long there. I think that we're still gonna move higher here. You just need to hang in there and be very patient. You know, that's what I think you need to do here. It's fine. It's going to come alright. Raymond, you are saying that. Okay. Let me see. We are still going to have a look at those that you are watching. You said you are watching BVT and TFG. Okay, we'll still have a look at that. Raymond, you're saying that I'm trading on short term using mainly the daily charts. Okay, that's fine. That's not an issue, Raymond. Okay, let's have a look at your BID, your BID long. Let's do some post-trade analysis there. It's important that you do post-trade analysis. I mean, whether you made a profit or not, just go back and check what the stock looks like. Perfect. Let's wait. Let's wait on that one. Gert. BID. The problem with BID is that we don't have enough data. We don't have enough data on BID. Okay. On BID, Raymond, you went in at 230. Hi. Oh, you went in at two. uh, Oh, you saying you went in at 260? But are you talking about BID there, Raymond? Oh, okay. You went in at 260. Okay. What are the date exactly there? Did you get the date for me, Raymond? What is the date on this trade, BID? Date of entry. Hi, Muga. Hi, Muga. Hello. Okay, Raymond, I'm waiting. Oh, you said 20th of March. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the 20th of March. Okay. Raymond, the first thing that I want us to point out here. Okay, let's try and make it bigger. You said you got this trade idea on the 20th of March. Here. The market had a close of 260.10 and the low of 259.82 and the high of 266 that day. You can clearly see there that we were trading below the moving average. Can you see that? Can you see that we are trading below the 10-day moving average? Just above our support at 256. Can you see that? Excuse me. We were just above our 256, below our moving average. So this one wasn't really a buy. It wasn't a buy at all. It wasn't. Because I mean it went sideways. I don't know what your stop loss level was here, but I mean it went sideways for a bit. It tried to, you see, every time it tried to go above the moving average, sellers came in and pushed it down. That's why you see these tails here, or these shadows that you see here, or these wicks that you see here. Every time it tries to go beyond the moving average, sellers come in and push the price lower. Can you see that? So Raymond, this is a sign that there is some selling pressure. I mean, there is some selling pressure in this market. No one wants to buy the stock. That is why you're seeing this. And yesterday we went above the moving average. So, well, I mean, we have support here around 255, 256. I mentioned that to you earlier. We went above the moving average, and look at what's happening today. The stock is up 3.26%. So what this means basically is that you were not supposed to go in here below the moving average. You were supposed to go in when it crosses above the moving average. If you had gone in today at maybe 261, yeah, you could have actually done very well there. That is the main reason why you lost on this trade. You went in while it was still trading below the moving average. It hadn't really put out the bottom here. And on this day, there was a lot of volatility in the market. The market just shot down, kicked you out, and went back up again. Because I mean, I said this a couple of days ago. I said this looks like just a perfect correction for me. The market is still looking good. I think that this market is still going to climb higher going forward. I think people shouldn't panic. They should use this as an opportunity maybe to buy more shares, more especially if they are long-term stockholders or long-term investors. They will definitely make their money. I mean, going forward, this shouldn't scare them off. Gert, you're saying that's the problem with trade ideas. All of them, almost all of them, go the wrong way. I understand what you're saying, Raymond, but I mean that is the reason why we do we do this webinar that we do with you every day. It's for you and the strategy that I've taught you. I want you guys to adopt the strategy, apply it in analyzing your stocks or analyzing your shares. You see, here on the 20th, you were not supposed to buy because I mean you were below the moving average. And yesterday we went above the moving average. Of course, there wasn't any alert sent out to let you know that the stock is now above the moving average. But look at it today; it's up 3%. It's up 3%. So it's important that you do your analysis, guys. You do not do your analysis. As soon as you see a trade idea, you just jump in. You see, I didn't even have to work very hard here. You can see, okay. Raymond, you know this. Gert, you know this. This was the 20th. You get a trade idea. Were you supposed to go in there and buy? Please help me, guys, here. No, no, no. I'm talking about the 20th. Let's go back to the 20th. Let's go back to the problem. I'm looking at the daily chart. That's a daily chart that I have on the screen there. Guys, I'm looking for, I mean, no, I'm talking about the 20th. Let's go back to the 20th. Let's not look at what is happening now. My question to you guys is, were you supposed to buy here on the 20th? Well, it's taking forever. Okay. Yes, I agree, Gert, that I'm assisting you guys. But I mean, the main thing is for you to be able to do this on your own. Every time when you get a trade idea, please double check it against the strategy that we use here. Check if it is above or if it is below. If it is below, you don't take that. You don't take that. You wait until maybe it goes above. Just watch it. Keep an eye on it. Like this one, we weren't supposed to take it. Like right now, it's starting to look good. It crossed above. Well, I mean, it crossed and closed above, which is good. If you check it at, sorry, if you look at it from a monthly perspective, it hasn't really, yeah, it hasn't really given us a positive signal yet for us to go in and buy. But I mean, if you are looking at it from a daily time frame perspective, you can actually go in and take a long on this one. You can actually go in and take a long, more especially I mean early this morning when the session started. If you were brave, you could have just gone in and taken a trade on this one. You could have made some good money. It looks okay for a buy using the short-term time frame. But I think we're going to have a problem around 280. I think it may still go up to 282. I think it may still go up to 282, but around 282, I expect to see, I mean, a lot of selling pressure coming back in on this share BID, pushing it back down maybe to 255, even 250 levels. So I wouldn't be too excited, even if I was long on this one. I wouldn't be very excited. I would be very careful around 280, 282 levels. I would be very careful there. So, okay, the other one that you mentioned Billiton. Okay, let's look at Billiton. You bought Billiton at 240. Billiton 240. Same date, Raymond. Am I right? 20th. Okay, let's look for the 20th. Okay. Okay, guys, this highlighted bar here is the 20th. On the 20th, please tell me, where did this bar close? Where did it close? Was it below or above your moving average there? Raymond, please give me an answer there, big guy. It is below. Let's just say, let's be let's be blunt there. It is below. It closed below. So were you supposed to buy Billiton there? With your candle looking like this, were you supposed to buy it? Because I mean it's below your moving average. The following day it was below. It was below. It just stayed below for a good few days there. So there was no need for you to go in and take a long there. There was no need. You weren't supposed to. Okay, this is March. Let's check the weekly. Even if you check the weekly charts from the 5th of Feb, this thing I mean has always been below the moving average. Here 19th, the week of the 19th, it was below. So there's a lot of pressure on Billiton. Even right now, it's still under a bit of pressure. Maybe if you had bought, maybe using the support. Let me check where I can get that support. You see, 239.99 or 240 was support, but that was breached. It was breached here. This bar closed below that area. It went up. So I think when you had this trade idea, it was on a test. It was going up to test this area here. This is the turning point. This turning point here, August 2017. Now let's do the daily. Let's do the daily. So you see, if you check it on the daily, it went down here on the 9th of March. It went up here on the 16th to test this resistance. This was earlier, this was support. When the price broke below, this area became resistance. This line where I have Makesa on is your resistance. It went up on the 16th to test it. It went down on the 19th. On the 20th, it was still down again until it hit this support around 228, 228 levels. It hit there, it went down, it hit that area there, it found some support and it started picking up. It went back up again to 240 or 239.99. I don't know if you guys can see this line here. Let me do this. You see this line here? I'll make it a bit thicker. Thicker. Okay. This is our range here on on Billiton. It came from 228. It went back up to 239, 240 today. When it got to 240, they sold it down. They pushed it down. It's down 2%. It went up to that area and it came down. So 240 is very important on Billiton. As long as the price hasn't crossed above 240, you need to have a cross above 240. I understand on the daily it's showing up. Yes, it did go up. People that maybe went in after this bar crossed above on the 29th. Well, I mean, some of them are still in the money. They are not, or some of them are breaking even. They're not making a lot. But most that maybe jumped in a lot earlier are making quite a bit of money. Maybe who used support, because I mean, if you are not using the moving average, at least use your support. If you want to go into a trade, check your chart, see if you can see any support on that chart. If you see that there is some support on the chart, then maybe you can go in even though you are below your moving average. But I mean, if there is no support, you're just buying in the middle of nowhere, like here on the 20th. This was just in the middle of nowhere. You weren't actually supposed to go in and buy this one. You were just supposed to stay away from it and not trade. I don't know. Are you guys happy with this or not? Or do you think I'm tricking you? Do you understand the logic behind this whole thing? Guys, are you there? No, that's perfect, Raymond. I understand that you are still learning, but I mean, this is something that I need you guys to have on your tick list. Like if you get a trade idea, first thing that you look at, maybe check your daily time frame. Is the stock trading above or below the moving average? That should be the first question that you ask yourself. Below or above the moving average? Is there any support or resistance nearby? Okay, above or below the moving average on the daily? Any support or resistance or key resistance levels nearby? Then you can maybe go to the monthly chart just to double check to make sure that you understand the overall picture of the stock. But I mean, maybe the first thing that you do, maybe if you don't want to go look at the monthly first, just check your daily. Check what is it, what it's saying. Is it trading above or below your moving average, your 10 simple moving average? Is it is there any overhead or overhead resistance or support nearby? If you see those, please mark them and then decide whether you want to go into that trade or not. Otherwise, you are going to lose a lot of money and you're going to complain all the time and say the trade ideas are not working. Well, I mean, some of them don't work, yes, I know. But I mean, that is why you have your stop loss and your stop loss in place, which is the risk management tool. But you must be able to study and monitor excuse me, the levels on your chart as well as the moving averages. The moving average can save you a lot of money and make sure that you stay out of the harm's way. Muga, are you okay? Are you okay with what we've covered so far? Is there anything confusing you said? Maybe I can try and unpack it for you. I still have to go back and look at TFG and BVT. Okay, it's fine. Okay, TFG. Let's do TFG first. On the monthly time frame, TFG is looking TFG is looking positive. It looks like still on an uptrend, so we can maybe look at this as a correction. However, if you look at the weekly chart, you can clearly see that there is a great likelihood of the stock closing below the weekly moving average. And if that does happen, we could see TFG maybe selling off, coming down to maybe 197, 195 levels. But I mean, that cannot be confirmed at the moment. We cannot confirm it because I mean, this bar hasn't finished. It's only going to finish at the end of the trading session today, which is the end of the week. Okay, we have some support here. Let me see if I cannot pick up any support levels, maybe using the weekly chart. No, I cannot pick up any on the weekly. Then let's use the daily. Well, I mean, this is the turning point here. 24th. TFG looks like it's supported around 211, 210. There is a bit of support around there, but we are still trading below our moving average, so we cannot take a long here. More especially in a market that is so volatile like our market at the moment. So we cannot take any trade, but I mean it's important to to look out for price action around 211, 210. Every time the price gets there, it gets the stock gets beat up. Buyers come in and push the price higher. So that level is very important. But I mean, right now, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't go in and buy. I wouldn't go in and buy TFG. No, Raymond, you cannot short because you remember what we said with our on our monthly. We said our monthly is looking positive, so we can take this minor dip here that we have here as a correction. So the daily hasn't confirmed anything. It hasn't said buy yet. So that doesn't mean that you should go in and sell the stock and go against the monthly. You cannot go against the monthly unless if you want to be aggressive and you understand that you're aggressive and you could get banned. If you understand that part, then it's fine. You can go ahead and do it. But I mean, I wouldn't short this one. It's looking good on the monthly. On the weekly, it hasn't confirmed yet. We'll see maybe later this afternoon when the market closes whether we close above or below the moving average. So, Gert, are you happy with that? 210 to 11 support. If this support fails, we're going down to 200. Maybe a little bit lower than 200, maybe 195, those levels. Okay, you're welcome, Gert. The other one is BVT. Okay, BVT. Okay, BVT will mark this turning point here. Mark this turning point. And mark this turning point here at the top. I'll leave these here in between. I won't do anything there. Let's just go straight to the daily. Okay. We have some serious support on Bidvest around 215, 216, 216 levels here. And on a break above the moving average on the 26th, it made sense maybe for one to go in and take a long on Bidvest. But let me go back to the weekly just to double check whether we are above. On the monthly, we are above our 10 simple moving average, which means that we are in a bullish mode on this stock. So if you get any close above the moving average, you should use this as an opportunity to go in and take a long, like here on the 26th. You were supposed to go in and take a long. It was down 3 days. Then it started going up again. It started going up again. I think the next level that we are targeting here. Okay, let me see. The next level that we are targeting here, I think we are targeting 230, 238, 239, 238, 240. I think that's the level that we are targeting. If we manage to break above that, the next target should be 250 on Bidvest. I think Bidvest right now is looking very good. We should just pray that this market continues to go up. To me, it looks like it's going to do really well going forward. Bidvest, I think Bidvest, we are going to 238, 240. From 238, 240, we're going to 250. I think those are the levels that are likely to be hit very soon. So a long on this one, yes, I would definitely take a long on BVT. DVT is looking good. I like it as a long. But you must make sure that your stop is below 215. Maybe have your stop maybe around 214, sorry, 213.90. Have your stop maybe around 213.90, because I mean there's a lot of volatility right now. Have your stop below 213.90 and make sure that you work out your risk reward ratio accordingly, so that you do not end up losing on the trade. Let me check if there is anything that I'm skipping here. No, I did not skip anything. Maybe Raymond, Muga, or Gert, you can give me. Raymond, in my opinion, the stop loss should not be based on any percentage. It should be based on support and resistance levels that you see on your chart. If you see that there is resistance nearby, that's where maybe your stop loss should be beyond that point. It should be beyond that that zone where resistance is if you are short. And if you are long, you're going to use your support to pick where you're going to place your stop loss. Your stop loss has to be out of the way, like here. Like here, you see this candle that I've just highlighted here. Okay, let me see. This candle here that I've just highlighted here. If you decide to go short when the market breaks below this moving average here, you see on the 9th, the market went below the moving average. The close was 227.62. If you decide that you want to go short here, you have to make sure that your stop loss is beyond this point here, beyond this candle's high. Your stop loss was actually supposed to be somewhere around here. It was supposed to be around 240, 243 or 243.70 somewhere. Let me check. What's this high? 242. Well, I mean 240, maybe 243.05. That's where your stop loss was supposed to be. Make sure that it's out of the way. It's not easily reachable. If you decided to go long here, maybe, or based on support. If you want to wait for a moving average, when the moving average was crossed here, you had to make sure that your stop loss is below this point here. This point is 214.04, so your stop loss should be maybe around 214 or 213.99, 213.99. That's where your stop loss should be. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say there, Raymond, that it shouldn't be based on a percentage. If the market is going to go down 5, 6, 7% against you, you're going to lose the 3%. It's more like you're just donating that money to the market. It shouldn't be based on a percentage. It should be based on the technical levels. If it means that you must buy less volume and get less than you were supposed to get on a trade, so be it. But don't try to go in big and use the technical levels in a wrong way. Don't do that. Make sure that when you use these technical support and resistance levels, you minimize your positions if you have to. Don't just go in and trade like a cowboy. Okay, I'll wait for you to send me that, Raymond. Yeah, it is possible, Raymond, but the main thing for you to try and understand is that you are not trading to make money yet. You're trading to perfect your skill. You're trading to perfect your craft. Stick with the process. Make sure that everything that you do, you stick with the process. You check maybe the overall picture of the chart. Check maybe how your monthly looks. Is it trading below or above the moving average? If it is above, it means that there is some positive momentum on the upside there. If it is below, it means that there is a bearish trend happening or starting to happen. Check your weekly also if you like. Check your daily. If your daily is below the moving average, do not buy that market. Wait for the confirmation in a form of a cross and close above the moving average before doing anything. If you want to buy, you cannot buy a stock that is still trading above its moving average. Make sure that the stock has dipped below the moving average, then go in and sell that stock. Unless if we've learned a lot and you understand your support and resistance levels. That too is actually very difficult. But I mean, the guys that are experienced, that have been in the market for a very long time, they can try and do that. But if you're still new, don't do that. Okay, Muga, it's fine. Let's have a look at SGL. Let's look at the monthly chart first. SGL is below its 10 simple moving average on a monthly time frame. Has been going down since October 2016. It hasn't crossed above, so for that reason, for me, it's not a long. I put a cross on it. I don't like it. Let's check the weekly. The weekly, 4th of December 2017, the week of the 4th in December 2017, we crossed below the moving average from the top around 20. We started moving down. So from 17, we went down to 10. We went down from 17 to 10 on SGL. So the weekly is also saying no, SGL is a sell. It may be oversold, I agree, but I don't think that it's a good stock to buy. I don't think it's a good, and there is resistance there around 12.23 or just 12 if you like. Around 12.20 or 12, we have some resistance there. Now let's come down to the daily chart. You got a buy idea on the 2nd of March. 2nd of March, am I right? Okay, 2nd of March. 2nd of March, where was that? Here. Second of March was here. I think this was based on support. This was based on support, but support alone. It was support alone. It was based on support. It went up. It went up to. Well, I mean, it went up to 1265, and it started coming off. It went up to 1265, started coming off. Why? It's because of that. Let's check here. Well, I mean, it was because of this point here. It was supposed to turn around before surpassing this turning point here, but it carried on moving higher. And when it got there, people realized that the stock was really not a buy, it was a sell. Maybe they were using the falling trend line here. They could have been using the falling trend line. Let me check if I can get anything, maybe using the falling trend line. Well, it didn't even get to the falling trend line. Then it started coming down. It closed below the moving average. This was actually below, I believe, 1192, 1192.9. Well, the following day it confirmed it went back down to 11. It went back down to 11, and recently it tried to challenge that falling trend line, and we are still below the moving average. So I wouldn't buy this one. I wouldn't buy Sibanye Gold. I think Sibanye Gold is under a lot of pressure. Also, I wouldn't buy it. It wasn't a good idea, in my opinion, to go in and take a long on this one. Looking at all these things that I've looked at support, I've looked at resistance. The monthly time frame is saying negative, so you must not go against the weekly or the monthly time frame. Every time when you go into a trade, make sure that the monthly and the weekly agree on that trade. Are you happy with that one, Muga? Okay, let's have a look at AVI. AVI, let's check the monthly first. The monthly is still saying buy. Our price is above the moving average, so we can look at this as a perfect correction until we see the price breaking and closing maybe below the moving average on a monthly time frame. The weekly is saying no. This is a sell. The weekly is against the monthly. The weekly is saying it's a sell. We crossed below on the week of the 12th in March. Week of the 12th in March, we closed below the moving average, and the following 2 weeks were up. But look what the price does every time it gets to the moving average. The moving average caps the gains. People are looking at that moving average when trading this stock. These are the turning points that we have on the weekly. Every time the price gets to 110, 111, sellers step in and push the price lower. And around 105, we have some support there. Every time the price gets there, they buy the price and push it higher. We have this turning point here. We're going to use it as our support. And this area here around 110.81 or 111, we're going to use that one as our resistance. We are above our moving average, but the problem is that there is some nearby resistance. So for that reason, we cannot go in and buy AVI. Because I mean, if you check it on the weekly is saying no, AVI is a sell. So there is a good chance that AVI could still come back down to 105. If 105 fails to hold, we may see it coming down to 102. before we can expect to see some buyers stepping in and pushing the price higher. So for that reason, I wouldn't go in and buy AVI. AVI at the moment is a problem for me because I'm in 111, 110.81 is resistance, and every time the price gets there, it gets pushed lower. So I cannot take it. I cannot buy it there for that reason. Although on the monthly chart is saying buy, but the daily is not looking too clear right now. Although we are above, we have these resistance that we have nearby. So for that reason, no, I won't buy it. Okay, so Gert, are you happy with AVI? I'm saying that we cannot buy it because of this resistance that we have at 110.81 or 111. So for that reason, I cannot touch it. I would rather wait for maybe 105, 103 levels before taking a chance there. You're welcome. Guys, if you don't have any more questions, we are going to end our session at this point, and we shall meet tomorrow to those of you that are going to be around. Okay, CFR. Okay, let's have a look at CFR. Let's look at the monthly first. The monthly is saying it's a sell. We closed below the monthly moving average in December 2017. So year to date we are down. The weekly time frame went below the moving average in November 2017 on the 13th, and the price has been trading below the moving average since then. Now it looks like we are going to close above the moving average for the first time in a very long time since November 2017. It looks like we're going to close below, above the moving average. Well, we can thank the rand for that because this is one of the reasons why we're seeing these stocks doing very well. It's because of the rand. When the rand weakens, they do well. When the rand strengthens, they don't do so well. So it looks like we're going to close above the moving average on the weekly, but that hasn't happened yet, so there's no need to get excited. We just need to wait for the market to close. When the market closes, we'll check where CFR closed. If CFR closed above our moving average there on the monthly, there's a good chance that this market or CFR is going to move higher. Now let's check the daily. Well, we have our support around 103. We have our support around 103. It's now starting to look like it's a buy, but let's do this. Let's draw a horizontal line there. Where through these two lines, 109.50 and 108.62, I think that's where the value is for the short sellers. I think short sellers could come in around between 109.50 and 108.62. They could come in and start selling CFR again because CFR is still in a bearish trend here. If you look at the daily time frame. Although we've actually, it looks like we've broken out of it, but I mean, I would like to see us taking out this area here. I would like to see us taking out this area here. If that doesn't happen, I wouldn't want to get involved. And I mean, I wouldn't want to get involved on this one. I wouldn't want to get involved. I would stay out. I would stay out of this one. I'll give you an assignment, Raymond. You need to go and check your monthly setups. Check which stocks closed above their simple moving average on the monthly chart. Check which stocks closed below their simple moving averages on the monthly chart. Once you find those, then you can go in and look for trade ideas based on the setup on the main time frame, which is your monthly. Or you can do that using the weeklies also, and you can do that using the daily time frame on all the shares that you have on the JSE. Check if there are any stocks that are trading below or above their moving average, or that have just closed above or just below the moving average. Then you can use those to trade. There's nothing that I can like suggest you like right now. You're welcome, Raymond. Gentlemen, any other questions before we wrap up? Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please enjoy your weekend. If you can make a chance tomorrow, please let's meet at 10. If you have any questions or you've done any of the stuff that I asked you guys to do, you can give me some questions and we'll have a look at those questions. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.